Awesome. Hey, peeps, Phoenix Freedom here. Hope all is well. I am super excited to have my guest, this spiritual power couple on Two Souls as One. I am so excited to just hear from them and ask them specific questions about who they are and how they started this beautiful, powerful journey that they're on together. I'm sure that they have separate journeys because, they're two different people, but they are just doing the dang thing out in these Savannah streets. So thank you so much, Two Souls as One, Donna and Jeff. Thank you so much for coming on.
Hey,
Appreciate
thank you for having us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, we definitely have to link up because I'm in Savannah, y'all are in Savannah, so we definitely have to link up and make it
Absolutely.
happen. So, can you please tell us how you got the name Two Souls as One? Like, how did that come about?
Okay, so that's an easy one. Two Souls as One. It was actually a no-brainer for us. And it's because a lot of people have heard the term twin flame.
Yes.
But twin flames, the easiest basic definition of it is one soul that's split apart into two and went on its own journey and then came back together. So that's exactly what happened with us.
Oh.
There's a lot of little, very unique things. Like I grew up in Shenandoah, Pennsylvania. She grew up in Shenandoah Valley, Virginia.
Oh, wow.
So we just got the wrong name. That was all.
Yeah, it was like we was 2 hours apart.
Right.
Grew up 2 hours apart.
So it's little things like that. Even from the first day I met her, our first date, January 3rd, 2022, and instantaneously, I knew there was a connection there, and we didn't waste any time. So January 3rd was our first date. January 7th, I moved in. February 16th, I proposed. May 5th, we were married.
We didn't have time to waste.
That's just amazing to me because I don't believe you need a whole bunch of time to know who the person is and all that set of stuff. Because people, I know for me, there's certain times in my life, depending on the relationship I was in, it was like you're moving too fast or you're doing this, you're doing that. If I felt it was right in my heart space and in my spirit, I'm going to do it.
Right. That's the important part. Mm-hmm. It's what you feel. And you gotta learn to trust yourself.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Going to add yourself.
And that's hard to do after you've lived the life.
Yes.
You see flags that's not really there, and it's hard. It's hard. But I think we both had to live that life to appreciate each other more.
Absolutely.
So, it worked out good for us, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
really good.
Awesome. Oh, I love that. So, what is your definition? And you both can answer the question. What is the definition of starting over? What does that mean to you?
Well, it's a lot of hard work. You don't even realize it. In my case, I had a really traumatic childhood that went into adulthood leading the same way. My parents was young. They was teenagers. They done the best that they could do with what they knew. I turned around and done the same thing. Had kids really early. And then I went on to be with someone that tore me down to my lowest.
Mm-hmm.
And I put up with it for many, many years. And then finally one night, I just said enough. And I got in the car and left. And I went as far as I could. And it drove me here. And I didn't have money. I didn't have anything. I slept on the streets for 3 months here and learned a lot of lessons. I learned a lot of more lessons than what I already knew. Mm-hmm. But I worked and then I got stronger and stronger and learned more lessons. And I think that's what we're here for.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then he came into my life. Things changed.
And for me, it was a similar type story. I had. Oh, was that echo?
I don't hear an echo.
So, my parents got divorced very early. I was divorced from my very fast. I had to take care of my younger brothers while my mom was working. And then I ended up getting in relationships where I was taken advantage of, staying in them a lot longer than I should have, primarily because I was used to being the caretaker. So no matter how I was treated, I was there to help take care, help do whatever they needed to make them happy. And it wasn't until 2021 when I finally just said, that's enough. Time to take care of myself. And that's what I really started focusing on. And it's amazing. I focused on taking care of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Then I found exactly what I needed in life. So
Beautiful.
that's really what the starting over was for me. It was about understanding that you can still be a very supportive person to people. You can be there for them, but you're not going to be there 100% unless you're actually taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
The most important part. You have to be there for
And the other people make you feel like you're being selfish when you do that.
Yeah, I understand. And it's crazy because both your stories align with my story, with just having an abusive childhood, so to speak, and being the oldest and helping to take care of the siblings. And you have that mindset of people pleasing because that's how you were wired and meant to be. And afterwards, over time, it's just like, I can't do this bullshit no more. This is for the bird. Fuck this shit. I gotta go.
Enough.
Enough is enough. So I totally get it. So what was the moment when you guys decided together that you wanted to become healers and change agents and difference makers and just share your experiences and your love and your process with the world? Like, how did that come about?
Well, I think we both were on the same path, but apart. So while I was focusing on self-healing, and that she was focusing on becoming more spiritual herself. I remember the story she told me that when she finally just gave up, she was just like, I'm done. I don't know what to do with my life. She was sitting by the pool.
I was by myself, sitting by the pool, and heard the word metaphysical. I had no clue what it was. And I looked it up and I was like, that's everything I love. So I just started studying and taking classes, and it's just where I'm supposed to. It's what I'm supposed to be doing.
And so now together, we very early on, even before we got married, which happened very quick, but in that between time, that 1 month or whatever, we decided that let's go ahead and join forces. Let's give back to the people, because now we see, like, we got the feeling that we've been looking for our entire life. That connection. It's not just love. It's not just a feeling of enjoying the person you're with. It's a spiritual connection. It is a true feeling of calm, no matter what's going on. And that's something that a lot of people don't know, or never, unfortunately, get a chance to experience that until they actually take care of themselves, until they start. So we started becoming healers together to do that. And it works hand in hand. So, for example, for me, I specialize in teaching people how to do meditation in their daily life. A lot of people don't realize the value of that, or they think it's just sitting there with your eyes closed going on.
That's not what it's about.
No, it's about being able to, again, focus on yourself. Whether it's, for some people, how I started doing it was I literally would just sit in a room and listen to my favorite. And eventually the music took over and I forgot about everything else that was going on in the world. So I'd come out of that and I felt amazing. And it didn't feel like meditation. I was just sitting there listening to music that I love.
Yeah.
Or cook.
Cooking.
He loves to cook.
And Yeah, when I'm in that kitchen, that's when I do my most meditation.
Yeah.
Sitting there and just, I mean, every chop that you make, you're focused on that, enjoying, putting love into it. So I teach people how to do that in their daily life, and that helps them become ready for healing.
Mm-hmm.
And then with life coaching, that's where I help them take all the craziness that's going on, all the stuff that they got going on in their life, and figure out how to put them on a path that's going to make it easy for them to heal.
Yeah.
And it's when Donna
Create
steps
a roadmap.
Yes, she steps in and she actually helps them along with the process.
Explain that to them in your science way. He explains this very well. A lot of people don't understand it because they can't see it.
So being a businessman my whole life, I always try and figure out the easiest way to explain something. When you talk about Reiki, people think that's witchcraft, they think it's some type of voodoo, some kind of craziness. They don't understand it. When you tell them they're made up of energy, they still don't get it. But when you take a look at the science behind it, our bodies are made up of cells. Everyone knows. We're taught that as a very young child. And we're also taught that cells are made up of atoms. Atoms are nothing more than protons and electrons,
Right.
which are energy.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
When you break down our body, it's energy. When you go far down energy, it's pure energy. And that's what Reiki helps with the energy balance. So that's
I'm
what
gonna need to schedule an appointment for my birthday coming up to get some Reiki on.
There you go.
You do that.
Absolutely. We'd love to have. So that's one of the things that we do. We partner together with that. And then there's other things in life that we're able to help people with. So for example, with numerology.
I see you post all the time. 1111. So you must get, yeah.
So we see numbers everywhere. Right?
I see 44, 44, 444, and I'm like, okay, right path, alignment, got it. Thank you, spirit guides, and I keep it pushing.
Yes.
And you understand that. A lot of people don't realize that numbers in your daily life can help lead you down a certain path.
Well, that's part of the spiritual awakening too that comes with it. Yes. You start seeing numbers and you're like, everywhere you see these numbers, and it starts with the ones usually. And then it just something you want to know why. And then you go in deeper into it, and then that just takes you further. Yeah. It helps a lot. Numerology helps a lot when you break it down.
And people can see that on our website. We have a multitude of numerology reports. And what those reports that she does, people, it breaks it down, first of all, to find your life path. You had no control over that. It's not a number you get to pick. It's a number that the universe gave you based upon our name, our date, time we were born, where we were born. So that number already predetermined your life.
Yep. Because my life path is 5.
See, so you understand.
I do. I actually work with Egyptian goddess Isis. She gifted me the name Phoenix. She spiritually initiated me one day when I was making bracelets for clients, and I just heard, like, in my spiritual ear, emerge from the ashes like a phoenix rising, my beloved child. And I was like, huh? The hell? And she said it again. I'm like, bet is on. Because my name is Dillis. That's my legal name, my government name. However, I go by Phoenix because of that. And she named me that because of how many times I've risen from the ashes with challenges and obstacles. And I experienced Dark Night of the Soul in 2020 during pandemic. And I've done all of the shadow work and all of the things, still doing it till this day. So I completely understand what you're saying and how you're like, I get it. I speak the language very well.
Good.
Well, I think it takes that. It takes having the lower part of life to bring you up, to find where we're at, to help others, because we understand it now.
Absolutely. And when when you get to that place of understanding and awakening, as they say, or you're connected, mind, heart, body, and spirit, like you see things different. You hear my intuition is heightened beyond levels beyond my own damn understanding. And so when I'm connecting with my clients, they're like, "How the hell did you know that?" I'm like, "I don't know. Maybe one of your spirit guides told me. I have no idea."
Right.
Amazing. Your life becomes so much better because you no longer look at things on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
What could happen? What's gonna happen? You just enjoy your life.
Yeah.
And what comes with it comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll find that by doing that, a lot more good comes. We have in ourselves, in our subconscious, have the capability of bringing on our own negative. So the more negative we are, the more negative things we're going to see.
Absolutely.
It's hard to remember that on a day-to-day basis sometimes, and we're always working on it. That is something that is will always be a thing.
Yeah, it's discipline.
Nobody's perfect.
No, it's discipline, but you know, like everything else, we're, like you said, we're perfectly imperfect beings. So there's times where we will be discouraged or feel not confident or feel not good enough, or whatever the case may be. However, at the same time, I feel like when you embody all of the things that you learn in life and the lessons and all that, then it comes full circle because you don't stay in that headspace for a very long time.
Right.
Yeah. So who came up with the name Two Souls as One?
Your headset died. His headset died, so we can't hear now. Here, just turn it off.
Turn it off.
Okay. All right. Go for it again. Now it's just you and I, girl.
All good. Yeah, who came up with the name Two Souls as One?
He did.
Okay.
He's very creative. He's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He's creative he's got a creative mind for sure. He's a Leo. Always at it, always going. I had to slow him down a lot when we first met because I'm a Libra. I like to chill, rest, and
my girlfriend's a Libra.
Yeah, so you know what that's about, then, don't you?
I certainly do, and it's all good. That's awesome. So you came up with the name Two Souls as One. How did you guys decide to kind of like configure and structure the business model and such, like who was going to do what, or like what?
Well, I'd already went to school and was doing Reiki.
Okay.
And I was doing it. I was going to people's homes at that time and was doing it. So then when he came in, my problem was getting people calm and settled down to get into it. An hour session was lasting sometimes, and he came in and he helped that out. He just calms everybody down. And
wow.
He's doing all kinds of stuff right now. He's distracted me big time.
I see.
All right, sorry, I'm back.
It's all good. It's all good. This is, I mean, my podcast is raw, honest. I don't even do edits. I just like it to be as natural flowing and honest and transparent and very raw as possible. Can you hear me?
Did you turn the Bluetooth off?
All right, just talk.
I can hear.
Go get the speaker. All right, now your time to talk to me, because I can hear everything you say. See, this is how we're going to just roll. She's going to go do her thing. I'm going to go do my thing. We'll come back together. That's not what we always do as twin flames. We separate, we come back.
Come back together. Yeah, I completely get that. I studied twin flames. I thought I was with my twin flame, but that wasn't the case. But I completely understand the, separating and back together and how twin flames teach each other so much lessons and they challenge each other and things like that. So completely understand that.
Yeah, so I mean, I think we got you all solved now.
Okay. got the sound going?
Let's try this again.
It's
It
all
says
good.
everything's not perfect,
That's
right?
right.
It's not. And I, like I was saying just now, I like my podcast to be live and real and raw and transparent. I don't do edits because I want people to see who you are and experience you. And I feel like sometimes when you're editing things, it takes the essence out of what we're talking about.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Very true. I mean, I think that's society makes you feel like you can't be the person that you're meant to be sometimes, and it does make it hard. I have a hard time being around groups of people because of that. Now, you and I talking, I'm good, but I get around a group of people, and I'm just not very good at that. Now, him, that's where he steps in.
That's right.
See, this is how this business works.
Yeah, you balance each other out, you know, where you fall short, he picks up, where she falls short, he picks up. I completely get it. And that's a beautiful thing to see, completely. So do you guys do like any type of like couples workshops or couples like sessions and things like that where people can come to you and work
Oh,
with?
absolutely.
Okay.
We can set it up to where they want to actually, if they want both of us in there, it's a special life coaching request. So if we're going to have a couple join us, they can either just meet with me, they can meet with both of us, bounce ideas back and forth. We do a lot of different, unique kind of things.
Good.
So we really just want to help people. That's what this boils down to, in any way, shape, or form. So that's what our business is truly there for. It's if I can help someone else be successful, someone else have a better life, you know, that makes me feel amazing.
Right.
So that's what we pride ourselves on doing on a regular basis.
That's a
Yeah, I
beautiful
love it
thing.
whenever I give a session and they say they wake up after an hour session and think they slept all night or slept for 4 hours. That's awesome. It feels so good inside to know that, because I know they were healing during that time.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is the one most memorable review or experience that a client said that you did for them where they were just like so in awe of what how you were able to like help them? What was that like for you, and how did it make you feel?
You want to go first, Missy? Which one of your Reiki experiences was the most memorable to you?
Oh, I love it. I had a lady tell me she come up crying, and that is a great thing. And she heard a lady talking Japanese. She didn't know what she was saying, and she seen some different colors. She heard a plane fly over across her. Those things are all great things. Now, I don't know exactly what they meant to her at that time, but just for her to experience that I knew that was helpful to her.
Awesome.
For me, it was a single mother who trying to balance raising the kids by herself and having a career. She hated her job. I mean, but it was paying the bills. She had a great skill set, but something that she wanted to do, and she put it off for years. But I was able to help her fit time into her life to start doing that. She was only able to commit 2 hours a week. We found out at first. Now she's quit her job. She has that as full time. And she's spending majority of her time with her kids. She's making more money than she was making going to work every single day, hating it. And she's doing a job that she absolutely loves. And that's an amazing feeling when you can help someone accomplish that.
Absolutely. It's when you do what you love, it don't feel like work.
Exactly. And society has taught us to just do what we have to do. So a lot of people just feel like this is what I'm obligated to do. I got to go to work. This is my job. This is what I have to do in life.
And they're fearful.
They're fearful of change.
Yeah.
They don't know.
They don't want to fail.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
We all fail. We're going to continue to fail in life.
Yeah.
It's learning from those lessons.
Nice and loud, isn't it? We all fail.
It's true. It's true. You're going to fail in life.
Yeah.
You have to learn to accept that. Understand that a failure is not a true failure. It's actually just a learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's such a negative word, failure, but I love failing at things. I learned from them. I've built a lot of stuff around this house, and I have injured myself countless times, and I've learned from everyone every time I've injured myself.
Yeah.
So were they failures? No, I've learned lessons.
I always say I thrive in being uncomfortable, and I thrive in stepping out of my comfort zone, because that's when I learn the best lessons, and that's when I am the most powerful self, and that's where my crafts and my talents and my time and my value really shine. Because I always tell people I don't have a safety net. I walked away from corporate America in 2017. So I've been working for myself since 2017 till now. And, you know, as entrepreneurs, there's ups and downs and all arounds, but it's just having that belief and faith within the self, and knowing that all things will work out because it always does. And when you have that mindset, you give universe the indication that you know that you're good, you're safe, and all things will take place. So that's something that I help my clients with, because sometimes they get so agitated, like, why isn't this working? And how come I'm not getting clients? And how come the money's not coming in? I'm like, if you keep thinking like that, you're still going to continue to experience that.
Exactly. It's hard though.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but now we've actually helped. So I've been helping small startups for years. And recently, last year, as a matter of fact, I started a group here in Savannah called Power Savannah. It stands for Professionals Organized with Enriching the Region. And what it's all about is small mom and pop businesses. I don't need your corporate offices and stuff. I want to meet the owners. I want them coming. And it's owners to work with other owners here in Savannah. And that's really what it's all about. And then, you know, once a month, we meet the, fourth Tuesday of every month. And at those events, we sponsor a local nonprofit.
That's
So
awesome.
we're able to give back to the community and the business owners. And a lot of times these nonprofits are small nonprofits because they're based locally. So they end up finding a lawn guy who's willing to take care of their lawn maintenance for free and help out the nonprofit. Or they find someone who's going to help them with the supplies that they need. A business owner can help them with that. It's just a great opportunity to meet the locals. And that's something that we've done to help give back to the community.
That's a beautiful thing. Reciprocity is law.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
And we're bringing together, and this will excite you. So we're bringing together a lot of alternative healing practitioners. On March 9th, we're having our second block party.
Okay.
So last time we had it with the office, it was, you were there, right? Yeah.
She was there.
So we're having the second one. Are you coming to that one?
Yeah, of course. I'll be there.
All right.
I think this one's going to be bigger.
Yeah. So we've already got significant traction on it, and it's still January. So I have a feeling the next one we might have to actually go get a space somewhere else. Because it's continuing to grow.
There, I will be there.
Awesome.
Aww.
Of course.
I want to get that out to everybody.
Yes.
Get them all to come.
Yep. So tell
It's
everyone.
just such a nice, it's pleasant. It's just the essential oils floating through there, scarves everywhere, and it's good energy everywhere you turn.
Yes.
It's awesome feeling. So I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Let me know when. I will be right there. So
March
tell everyone.
9th, 11 to 4.
It's on a Saturday and it's during the day.
Oh, that's
this time instead. That's good.
So there. So tell everybody where they could find you, connect with you, work with you, all that good stuff.
Awesome. So they can check us out. Our website, really easy to remember. Remember, it's 2SoulsAs1.com. That's the number 2 2SoulsAs1.com. If you need to reach out to us, I do 15-minute consultations for free. So you can feel free to give us a call. You can reach us at 912-604-0548. And I'll do a quick 15-minute consultation with you, see exactly what practice is going to be best for what you're looking for. And we have a huge network of people that if it's something that we determine you need help in a different avenue or someone that we can send you to, then we absolutely do that. We have so many different holistic healers in our group that we can provide those referrals for you.
Yep. Awesome. I actually added the website to the banner, so it'll show up when I go ahead and add this to YouTube and Spotify and whatnot. So good to go.
Awesome.
Yes, awesome. But thank you so much, you guys. And do you have any last words of wisdom or tips that you can share with the audience about any specific thing that comes to mind or that's in your heart space?
Anything that
Yeah, I'll just go ahead. So what comes to mind?
I'm sorry, since I've lost my earpiece, I can't hardly hear you.
It's okay.
So what comes to mind? What comes to mind? What type of advice you got for these people?
Be you.
Oh,
Be real.
love that.
Wake up every morning smiling. When you wake up in the morning, think of 3 things, just 3, that you're grateful for. Feel those 3 things. Feel them. Not that hard. It really isn't.
For me, my biggest piece of advice is no matter what your situation is right now, you can always start over. And you could start over multiple times. It's something that it sounds like it's going to be tough. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to start over, but I'm going to tell you something. You've learned lessons no matter what has happened in your life. So every time you do start over, you start over better.
Yep.
And even if you're in a happy relationship, you can start over every single day.
Yeah.
And you could start over better than you were the day before.
Absolutely.
So this is just an ongoing thing. So don't be scared of it. That's my biggest advice.
If I can do it and come here as a single woman, I'm 52 years old, come here and sleep on the streets and go through that myself. You can do anything you put your mind to. You have to feel it.
Absolutely.
Be done with things.
Agreed. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And, that's a lot of confirmation, not only for me, but for people who are going to be, looking at the podcast or the live or whatever, because I feel like oftentimes people are so afraid to start over because they're afraid of being judged and who's just going to say what and blah, 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 blah. Fuck all that. Just do
That's
it.
right. Who cares about those people? That's the thing. You gotta. It took me learning that. You gotta take care of yourself. All those other people don't matter. And the best part is when you take care of yourself, just by doing that, you're going to be able to help other people better.
Yeah, I told that to a client today.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, I told her today, don't be afraid of putting yourself first, because she was saying that she was somebody that can pray and manifest and things are not going the way they're supposed to right now in her life. I said, because it's time for you to sit and be present, and whatever else is coming up, you have to confront it in order to heal from it. You have to grow through what you're going through at the moment. And this is why the universe has you sitting, because in order for you to help the people that you want to help, you have to learn to help you, and you have to have faith within yourself. And I also told her it's gratitude, waking up every day being grateful instead of complaining about bullshit that's not necessary. Even if you don't have it, just be like, I'm grateful for the present moment right now. And I explained to her the understanding of being able to learn and acknowledge that we are living in the present, past, and future all at the same time. So, yep. But okay, well, thank y'all so much. I appreciate you guys. We definitely have to link up because you're in Savannah,
Absolutely.
I'm in Savannah, and keep me
Yes,
posted.
We'll get together for
Yes,
sure.
we
Well, you're going to book a Reiki session, right?
Yes, I am for sure. And the thing that popped up for me just now when you were talking, and I forgot to mention it, when are you guys writing your book?
Ah,
I've been talking about that for a long time, but even before him, but we can add him right into it and it'll just make it even better.
we'll get the book going.
Because intuitively I heard a book, please. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let them know. Sorry.
Ah,
All right.
we'll get the book started. All right. We'll take care. If the universe says to do it, we will follow through.
And if you need any pointers, I'm a 4-time self-published author, here to help.
See?
Well, we got our built-in proofreader then.
Sure do. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Starting Over in Life Expert Podcast. I'm your host, Phoenix Freedom, and I had the pleasure of interviewing this beautiful, amazing spiritual power couple, 2SoulsAs1. Check them out. Even if you're not in Savannah, I'm quite sure they do distant healing and life coaching, remote, and all that good stuff. And internationally, be sure to check them out. Follow them on social media and all that good stuff. And we will talk to you soon. And remember, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Talk to you again.
All right.
Take care.